Richard Chamberlain, the renowned American actor whose magnetic screen presence and dignified performances made him a household name in the 1960s, has passed away at the age of 90. Best known for his portrayal of Dr. James Kildare, Chamberlain captivated audiences with his charm, elegance, and dedication to his craft. Over a career that spanned several decades in numerous genres, Chamberlain evolved from a heartthrob to a respected dramatic performer, leaving behind a legacy that is both rich and complex. Born George Richard Chamberlain on March 31, 1934 in Beverly Hills, California, he was the son of a salesman father who struggled with alcoholism. This troubled family background deeply affected Chamberlain's early life, shaping him into what he would later describe as a shy, serious, lugubrious kid, painfully thin, with a long, sad face. Despite his initial struggles, he would come to embody poise and grace in front of the camera. His early academic life was unremarkable. Chamberlain admitted he was often the most uncooperative student in his school. However, he found solace and a sense of achievement in athletics. It wasn't until he attended Pomona College that Chamberlain discovered his true calling. A role in George Bernard Shaw's Arms of the Man revealed a deep passion and a natural talent for acting. Though Paramount Studios showed early interest in him, his aspirations were temporarily shelved when he was drafted into the U.S. Army. He served for 16 months, rising to the rank of sergeant during his station in Korea. After his military service, Chamberlain returned to civilian life and gradually began to make his mark in Hollywood. His first appearances were small television roles, including an episode of the popular Western series Gunsmoke. It wasn't long before his striking good looks and sincere demeanor caught the attention of producers. In 1961, Chamberlain landed the role that would make him a national sensation, Dr. James Kildare in NBC's Dr. Kildare. The medical drama ran for nearly 200 episodes across 5 seasons and broke new ground by tackling issues such as drug addiction, which had never before been explored on American television. Chamberlain's depiction of a young, earnest medical intern struck a chord with audiences. He was inundated with fan mail, reportedly up to 12,000 letters per week, and at public appearances, he was greeted with Beatlemania-level enthusiasm. In Pittsburgh, an estimated 450,000 people showed up for a parade featuring the actor, while in New York, his presence nearly sparked a riot. Not only did Dr. Kildare make Chamberlain a star, but it also turned him into a merchandising phenomenon. Novels, comics, and board games featuring his image flooded the market. Fans even wrote to him seeking medical advice, confusing the actor with his on-screen persona. Chamberlain's fame skyrocketed further when he released the single 3 Stars Will Shine Tonight, the theme song from the show, which became an unexpected hit. In 1963, Chamberlain received a Golden Globe Award for Best TV Actor. However, by 1966, the show's ratings began to dip, and NBC canceled the series. Though he was now internationally recognized, Chamberlain found it difficult to shed the image of Dr. Kildare. Attempts to pivot to film met with mixed results. His performance in the romantic comedy Joy in the Morning was met with derision. Critics complained that audiences laughed in all the wrong places. Determined not to be typecast, Chamberlain took a bold step. He turned his back on Hollywood and sought a career in the theater. His first foray, a musical adaptation of Breakfast at Tiffany's co-starring Mary Tyler Moore, was a failure of epic proportions, closing after just 4 performances and becoming one of Broadway's most infamous flops. Nevertheless, Chamberlain persisted. A move to the UK allowed him to reinvent himself. In 1967, he starred in The Portrait of a Lady and performed opposite Katharine Hepburn in the satirical play The Mad Woman of Shalott. Then in 1969, Chamberlain became the first American since John Barrymore in 1925 to play Hamlet at the Birmingham Repertory Theatre. The performance received critical acclaim, and he reprised the role in a television adaptation for Hallmark, earning respect as a serious thespian. Chamberlain's transition to more challenging roles continued in the 1970s. In 1970, he played composer Pyotr Ilyich Tchaikovsky in Ken Russell's controversial biopic, The Music Lovers, co-starring Glenda Jackson. The film was polarizing, with critics mocking its exaggerated depiction of Tchaikovsky's internal struggles, particularly regarding his sexuality and tumultuous marriage. Despite the initial backlash, the movie later earned a cult following. He followed this with notable roles, including portraying Lord Byron in Lady Caroline Lamb and the Musketeer Aramis in Richard Lester's adaptation of The Three Musketeers. Chamberlain also joined the all-star cast of The Towering Inferno, 1974, playing an unscrupulous electrical engineer whose cost-cutting causes a catastrophic fire in a 138-story skyscraper. The 1980s marked a remarkable resurgence in Chamberlain's career. He became synonymous with the television miniseries format, which was then at its peak. His portrayal of an Englishman assimilating into Japanese culture in Shogun, 1980, was critically acclaimed and widely viewed, helping to cement his status as the undisputed king of the miniseries. This success was amplified by his performance in The Thorn Birds, 1983, where he played Father Ralph de Bricassard, a Catholic priest grappling with his love for a woman. The miniseries captivated audiences and showcased Chamberlain's ability to imbue his characters with deep emotional conflict. He was nominated for an Emmy and won another Golden Globe, further proving his dramatic range. Despite his professional success, Chamberlain's personal life remained under wraps for much of his career. In 1989, when confronted by a French magazine about rumors regarding his sexuality, he denied being gay. It wasn't until 2003, in his autobiography Shattered Love, a memoir that Chamberlain openly acknowledged his homosexuality. At the age of 70, he finally spoke candidly about his lifelong struggle with identity and the pressures of maintaining a public image. In interviews promoting the book, Chamberlain advised other leading men to stay closeted if they wished to preserve their careers, acknowledging that homophobia still persisted within the entertainment industry. "There's still a tremendous amount of homophobia in our culture," he said. "Please don't pretend that we're suddenly all wonderfully, blissfully accepted." His remarks sparked debate, but they also highlighted the real challenges faced by LGBTQ+ actors in Hollywood. Over the years, Chamberlain continued to act in a variety of roles on stage and screen, never fully stepping away from the spotlight. From Shakespearean tragedies to made-for-TV movies, he proved to be a versatile and enduring talent. His final screen appearances, though less frequent, still carried the same sense of gravitas and poise that defined his early work. Richard Chamberlain passed away one day before his 91st birthday, leaving behind a multifaceted legacy of resilience, reinvention, and brilliance. He is survived by his longtime partner, friends, and countless fans who admired his courage both on and off the screen. From Dr. Kildare's white coat to Father Ralph's cassock, Chamberlain played characters who wrestled with duty, desire, and destiny, mirroring the complexity of his own life. He may have begun as a reluctant star, but he ended his journey as one of television's most enduring icons. His story remains an inspiration for actors navigating the delicate balance between personal truth and public expectation. Richard Chamberlain's passing is not only the loss of a screen legend, but also the closing chapter of a remarkable life defined by quiet strength, artistic integrity, and unwavering dignity.